Alright guys, today I wanted to make a video on pretty much the ongoing saga of the summer in the transfer window in football, and that is Frenkie de Jong. So I've got two reports. First one is Chelsea will make an offer for Barcelona's Frenkie de Jong, and if the 25-year-old Netherlands midfielder leaves the Nou Camp, should be the Spotify Nou Camp, the Spanish club will make a move for Manchester City and Portugal midfielder Bernardo Silva, aged 27. That has been reported by Sport, which is a Spanish media. And then second report is Barcelona boss Xavi says he does not know if De Jong, who is also wanted by Manchester United, will stay with the La Liga club this summer. And that has been reported by Metro. So, yeah, first of all, we'll start off with Chelsea, because, well, Man United pretty much just seem to be, like, unable to get him, mainly because the player doesn't want to go to Manchester United. And I've seen people, like, especially English fans, say, oh, how dare Frenkie de Jong turn down Manchester United? This is Manchester United Football Club. It should be an honour to play for them. So if he doesn't want to go, he doesn't want to go. This isn't Manchester United, like, they've got Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Eric Cantona. They haven't got these players anymore. They've now got Fred, Scott McTominay, Anthony Martial, Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This isn't the United of the 1990s or mid-2000s. So, yeah, I completely understand why he doesn't want to go to he'd rather stay at Barca than go to Man United. Well, actually, staying at Barca doesn't seem like the most safe option ever. But it's because he wants to play Champions League football, which is something that Chelsea have in the upcoming season and Manchester United don't, as they finish sixth and are in the Europa League. So Chelsea have got Champions League football, and if we go into where he would fit in at Chelsea, Chelsea at the moment have got a bit of a dilemma in terms of the midfield, in central midfield. So they play with two central midfield players. It's usually two out of three players, Jorginho and N'Golo Kante, and Mateo Kovacic. Jorginho has been linked with moving away from Stamford Bridge. N'Golo Kante is getting to the point where he is past. Well, his performances until this season haven't really dropped off. I think this season just gone, there's been a little bit of a decline in his level of performance. But the main problem over the past few years has been his injury problems. So that's a problem for Chelsea. Like, his fitness isn't the most reliable anymore. So with Jorginho being linked with a move away, that leaves them with only really Kovacic and Conor Gallagher, who's coming back from a really good loan spell at Crystal Palace, but it is yet to really. I'm not even sure if he's played any Premier League minutes for Chelsea before. So yeah, there's that. But I'd imagine Tuchel would want to integrate Gallagher into his team, so he's an option as well. And they have got players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek too, but they're going to need someone else, really. You want about four players to play in the midfield section, so they do need a midfield player if they're looking to slowly move Kante on and Jorginho being linked with a move away. So it definitely makes sense why Chelsea want to sign him. However, the bit that doesn't make sense to me is the Spanish club will move for Bernardo Silva. Have they not spent enough money this summer, Barcelona? They're supposed to be, like, the most financially troubled football club in world football. And yet they're spending money like it's like a infinite resource or something. They've already spent about 100 million on Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha, and they've made a few free transfers as well. and it's like if they get a fee of like 70 million for Frenkie De Jong, just take it and I don't know, put it towards. I'd imagine a big chunk of that fee's probably got to go to Frenkie De Jong to himself because of what they owe him in wages. So just use that money to pay off your debt. You don't need another big name signing. You've got, okay, I understand why they've made a couple of big name signings to boost shirt sales, which will then bring in more income. But Bernardo Silva, he's a cracking player. I really like him. He's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, in my view. But he's not as big a name as Robert Lewandowski is. Like Lewandowski's the one who brings the shirt sales in. They really don't need to sign Bernardo Silva. Even if De Jong leaves, they've still got midfield options: Xavi, Pedri, Frank Kessie, who they've just signed from AC Milan. Sergio Busquets is still going. Rafinha can play a midfield role if needed, and they have got a few other young players as well. So it's really not necessary. So to me, that doesn't make any sense. And to me, it does look like Barcelona are willing to sell De Jong. It just looks like it's down to De Jong really. If Chelsea put a bid in and Barcelona accept it, I'd imagine this transfer would happen because even though De Jong's been a bit stubborn, well, it's within his right, it's in his contract. He really doesn't want to move to Manchester United. But I'd imagine if Chelsea, with the Champions League, come in for him and get a bid accepted, I think he'll probably move because he does want the Champions League football. And yeah, as I've said, I think he will fit into Thomas Tuchel's system because he's very much a box-to-box midfielder. I also think he could probably do a job for Tuchel in a back three if needed, because Chelsea at the moment are a bit low on centre backs. Because especially with them being a free at the backside, because they've got Kalidou Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah, who else? Azpilicueta is still there currently for the moment. And yeah, so there's not too many options. They could do with like another backup, like a player who can play centre back if they really are struggling for options. And I feel as though De Jong could definitely do that. And I completely just forgot that Barcelona have also signed Jules Koundé in the past week. So that's another big signing that they've made. They cannot keep doing this, surely. With all the money they're spending, like if Bernardo Silva joins, well, then again, I guess the De Jong transfer cancels that out. But they'll have still spent about 150 million this summer, which really isn't needed at Barcelona right now. So I just think it's an absolute joke. But when Bayern Munich, I've forgotten who it was at Bayern Munich. I think it was just like a chief executive or someone. But when the Lewandowski transfer was, ongoing, they did say they wanted the fee paid up front because they don't believe Barcelona will be a club in 2 years' time. You can see why. You really can. So yeah, it's just really not looking good for Barcelona right now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, I forgot to rate this transfer. If De Jong went to Chelsea, for Chelsea, I'd give this transfer an 8 out of 10. I think it would be a good transfer. He's the right age and the right sort of player that would fit their system, I think. So yeah, an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.